And good Friday morning. I'm your friend Scotty Ray. It's August the 21st. This week has moved right along, and boy, what a busy day, morning, weekend, and the beginning of next week we're going to be having as the possibility of hurricanes on each side of us are approaching. We'll be on top of this. This is 13 and 14. So lots to talk about this morning. As we begin today, we move into our forecast brought to you by EMEPA, your Touchstone Energy Cooperative. We first look at what's going to be going on today with weather. We have a possibility, our area here, a Category 1 out of 5. Isolated severe thunderstorms this afternoon, and these could pop up like they have over the last week or so. Be, from time to time, pretty rough. This takes in Clark, Lauderdale, Kemper, Neshoba, including Winston, back over toward Jackson to Scott County. So that's where we are. Now, what we're watching very closely are tropical storms 13 and 14. This is probably going to be named Laura 13, which will come in at Pensacola, and then which would affect the Meridian, Clark County, our area, East Mississippi, West Central Alabama. Our next would be out to our west that would go in somewhere right around Houston, named Tropical Depression 14. So those are what we're watching. Now, as we flip, and let's go ahead and go to radar and take a look at what we've got going on with this. Let me pull up radar now. This is what we got, and they would cross paths there. This is Friday, where it is back down here. It comes across past Puerto Rico, would come up and just to the west of Miami, and then come in at Pensacola. This is 13, which would probably be named Laura, if I'm not mistaken. Forecasted at 92 miles an hour to come in there at a hurricane Category 1. That's what projecting. Now, this is a few days off as we go over, and if you'll look there, this takes in all of our area here into Kemper County and just taking in parts of Noxubee. Now, of course, there'd still be rain in those areas, but this would be the center of it. As we go across, this would come in between Houston and Beaumont would be the path, and it would be forecasted to drop back to a tropical storm at that point at 52 miles an hour. But right before that, it would still, before it makes landfall, would be at 75 miles an hour. So it would lose a little bit of speed before it came ashore. Now, that's at Beaumont, in between those two there. And again, this few days out, all of this could change. But our big concern will be right here, this area here. And then, of course, always east of the storm, it gets worse. So we got a double punch coming in at that. That's what we're looking at. As we look at radar this morning, north of us, Winston County got some light showers, and northern Mississippi has some sprinkles there. As we back out and take a look at that around Greenville, South Carolina, Asheville, North Carolina. Atlanta even has a few drips this morning, and just to the northwest of Gainesville in this area here with showers. Well, what does our immediate forecast call for? Today, as we said, we're being ranked as a 1 for this afternoon. A 70% chance of showers is what we will have. High of 87 today. Most of these storms will happen after lunchtime. So if you've got things to do this morning on the outside, take care of that. It'll be mostly sunny, but when those storms roll in, and most likely it'll be in the later afternoon, is what we're planning on. Tonight, 60% chance of showers, some fog developing after 4 a.m., so which means when you wake up in the morning, it'll be foggy, at least through 7 a.m., 40% chance of rain tomorrow, down to a 40% on Sunday. And then as we look into that outlook for next week, 40 on Monday, and then jumping back up on Tuesday to a 60% chance with the possibility of hurricanes being near us. So we've got a lot of weather to watch over the next few days. It's going to get hairy, to say the least. So we'll watch this, be on your tiptoes, make sure you're watching everything that you do, getting prepared, being ready for what's going on. Well, as we turn to talk about, what you need up in the house, that would be Joe at the Piggly Wiggly of Collinsville. Have you dropped in lately and seen Joe? He can certainly take care of you. Well, they've got the ripe tomatoes, $1.59 a pack this week, along with the fresh celery stalk, $1.49. You can also pick up on the blueberries. That's that $2.99 a pint, which you can pick those up for today. Moving on with real mayonnaise. That's the Piggly Wiggly brand. You can get that 30-ounce jar for $1.89, along with great deals on dill chips. That's those hamburger pickles. Everybody's got to have those, $1.79 for that 32-ounce jar. And who couldn't use sugar from time to time? You can get that 2-pound bag of Piggly Wiggly for $1.29. That's merely, that's a bargain. Sure is. You can get those cheese puffs or curls for $1 for the 6-ounce bag, along with, if you're looking for some steaks, they have the ribeye steaks, the family pack, $11.99 a pound. Be great to do this weekend. Also, you can pick up on Mariah sliced bacon, the 24-ounce, for $5.99. I love me some bacon. The crispier, the better it is. Angie likes it soft, but anyway. Piggly Wiggly of Collinsville is where you'll find these deals. Drop in and see Joe. You'll be glad you did. He'll save you some money, especially with the way times are. Just go ahead and start doing your shopping there if you've never been before, and visit with Joe. Good staff, friendly folks there. Well, as we turn to news stories today, and I'm not real sure everybody is aware of what Q is. This is a conspiracy theory that is out there that some think it was Donald Trump releasing information behind the curtain, so to speak, in Washington of what's going on. There's a lot of people that believe it. It is interesting. Well, Facebook is cracking down on it and cutting those out that tell the story of what Q is. So as we move on with this, the FBI has labeled Q as a domestic terror threat. And, and I've just glanced at it. I don't know enough about it to say a whole lot, but it is an interesting story. Trump said that he believes in those people. They, good folks, he believes, that support him. He didn't run them down. He didn't go in to address the domestic terrorist threat on that. But the FBI is moving quick on that. Interesting stuff. And did you notice that when Elizabeth Warren was on in the background, can you see it there, the Black Lives Matter in the background? Somebody picked up on that and posted that on Twitter this weekend. I didn't see it, but somebody picked up on it pretty quick there, putting those hidden messages behind her. Also, this guy is Love is his name, Marquise Love. He's a 25-year-old guy that's on the run there in Portland. He is the guy that kicked the truck driver in the head. He's on the run, posting on Facebook to post him some money on the books, meaning that he knows he's going to prison, but he wants you to give him money so when he gets to prison, he'll be able to buy cigarettes and other great things. You've seen the video by now, I'm sure. Awful. A jail cell is not quite good enough for somebody that does that to someone. And speaking of, I'll have to try to find the video on this. Did you see the retired police officer in New York City that was attacked, kicked in the head by somebody? And the sad part about watching it of where they attacked him, it was 3 of them. A guy walks up to check on the cop. They come back, and he just walks off and let them kick him in the head. What is going on with America? You have to defend those who are helpless in those times. It's bothering. And of course, Trump threw this out about not buying Goodyear tires. And about the time that he done this, the company come back and tried to backtrack on what they said. There's no doubt, if you've seen the picture that was taken in the company slide, to where they said it was not acceptable to wear Blue Lives Matter, All Lives Matter, a MAGA hat, anything political like that. But it was okay to wear Black Lives Matter, gay, lesbian, bisexual, transgender, LGBT, any of that you wanted to was welcome at Goodyear. And then Trump called for a ban on that to say, don't buy their product if they're going to do this. What's your thoughts on that? He says he'll take them off the presidential limousine. Getting hairy. Companies should definitely stay away from doing things like that. As we move to our next news story this morning, the critic of Putin is poisoned. That's generally how they handle that. He's his biggest adversary. And he was on a plane, and they're saying he was most likely poisoned by his tea. Don't mess with Putin. As we look at if you'll remember that scene, it's always the funniest from the Carol Burnett show. She has had to file documents to take over her grandson. She's paid for everything his entire life. Her daughter's been in and out and has tried to commit suicide, and she's trying to get full custody. She's 87 years old now. I didn't realize that. But her and her husband want to take care of her grandson. Of course, this was the big news out of yesterday. Steve Bannon arrested. He has pleaded not guilty and posted a $5 million bond. And this goes back to a scam of Build a Wall, to where he and 3 other people got together. The Justice Department says that they were taking funds from it, and they should not have been. Bannon says he's not. We'll see. It's not looking good for Bannon, is it? But that's a quick look at news stories this morning of what's going on in and around the nation. And boy, that is Bannon. That doesn't look good for him. And of course, a lot of them want to quickly tie the president to it and say that he's part of it. And of course, Trump is not. As we turn to get ready for other things that are going on, don't forget at the end of the month, they're going to be having the tax-free sale down at the Lauderdale County Farm Supply. Any supplies you need is the time to go check them out. Of course, the Lauderdale County Farm Supply, when you need something for your pet, that's what they're there for. Animals, that's what the Farm Supply does. Treats, of course, dog food things, anything for that dog, that puppy dog, kitty cat, whatever it is, they've got it for you. Along with, as we get ready for the wintertime and the rain that is coming, if you don't have a good pair of boots to keep your feet wet, warm and dry, almost got that mixed up, didn't I? See them. They got a big selection to choose from there at the co-op. And of course, when it comes to deer season, which is already really starting with people scouting and bush hogging and getting ready, they have the power station from Rack 1 to get those deer attractants in, get those deer, get some great pictures, see what you've got this year. Along with deer cameras, if yours have had their better days or you just simply don't have any, talk to them. They'll get you set up with plenty to choose from, the cutty backs there. Also, seed, feed, and supplies when it comes to planting, all of it there. From your wheat, your ryegrass, all of that good stuff. You need lime, they'll take care of you on that. When it comes to feeding, they got it for you. And of course, Fish Day is coming to the Farm Supply. That's coming up in September on the 18th from 8:45 in the morning until 9:30. Also, you can get your corn and great products like that for your cattle. Guns, they've got it all there for you. Exit 151 off the interstate is where you need to go to the Lauderdale County Farm Supply. Great folks. If you hadn't been in a while, drop in and see them. They'll really bend over backwards to earn your business and take care of you. Now, again, I will remind you about today as we get ready for rain this afternoon. And again, it's going to be in the afternoon. Our high today, let me make sure I'm right on my high there. I got it written down over here to my right. There it is. 87 is what our high is today. A 70% chance of rain again in the afternoons. And it could pop up, have some thunderstorm warnings like we've had over the last few days. 60% chance tonight. Our big concern, though, is as we watch all of this of dealing with these hurricanes that are going to be coming in. So if you're just tuning in now, make sure to be prepared on that. Stock up, drag your generator out, make sure that it's still running there. But we should get wet today, and we've got rain in the forecast now all the way through next Tuesday, and everything stays on path. We will have a wet one when it comes to all of this. We'll be on top of it. Let's go back and just pull radar up again and show you what we've got there. As we look at this is our areas here, and that's where they said this hadn't happened, where two of them since the Great Depression bumped together as they'll come in. All the way up, taking in all of our area here. So, and again, it's early. This could change. This could go eastward a little bit. It could go to the west. We'll watch it, but it stays on track now. We're going to have some nasty weather in store for us over the next few days. So it is definitely something to be concerned with as we watch all of this very, very closely. So I'll be telling you more about that. As we go back and we talk about Freeman Tractor. Have you been there lately? Highway 494, they're in Sicalina. If you're driving down 19, hang a left there at the fire station and follow the path. You'll lead right to them. If you're in the market for a new mower, you hadn't had one in a while, the Skag mower, that Cheetah, that thing will fly. It's got almost a 16-gallon tank. You can fill up in the morning and go, baby, go. It'll cut all day there, especially if you cut grass for a living, take care of lawn care services. They've got them. Exmark's excellent lawnmowers, along with the tractors. If you need a new tractor, LS is there for you. A complete line of those, from two-wheel drives to four-wheel drives with buckets. You pick it, they've got it there. And of course, financing available always there. From implements of any size that you might need, from bat wings to 5 to 6 foot, even getting yourself a disc or a blade. Now, we've talked about the Benchy. These are very nice. The Warrior 1000 is the biggest one made there, 0% for 60 months. Give Steve, Keith a call there. And of course, as I've mentioned, if you're tired of getting cold in the winter, sweating during the summer months, they can order you one with AC and heat. Doors, whole 9 yards, windshield wipers. Look at that. Perfect. Almost like a mini car to drive around and work the cows or hunt, whichever the case is that you may be doing. As we roll on with these different styles and models to choose from the 550, you can pick any color that you want from racing ones. The Benchy, they have them for you there. White, camouflage, tan, it's all there. All you have to do is take a left there, Highway 494. Drop in and see them today, and they'll certainly take care of you at Freeman Tractor. Good folks. Earn your business there. I'd like to thank you for dropping by this morning, spending a few minutes with me as we prepare for possibly some weather later this afternoon. A big thank you goes out to the folks that help me out each and every day. That's Hooper's on 22nd Avenue. See Alan and the fine folks there. Tom at Rick Justice Automotive. You can drop in and see Joe and his friendly staff at Piggly Wiggly of Collinsville. Also EMEPA, your Touchstone Energy Cooperative, along with the Lauderdale County Farm Supply, Ron and his friendly staff. Can't beat those. Of course, Freeman Tractor and Implement, good folks out there. SMI Automotive there on 22nd Avenue, along with Graphics Guru. If you hadn't met Zane before, Zane will be glad to help you out with anything that you might need when it comes to getting your banners up, getting letterings for your truck. And, of course, Chino at San Marcos Mexican Restaurant. Great people, all locally owned and operated. Keep your dollars here locally and spend it with your neighbor. That's what I ask. And, again, thank you for watching. If you wouldn't mind, like, share, and invite your friends to be a part of this. Over the next few days, weather will be extremely important. We'll get the message straight to you and let you know where it is as it gets closer to your home, right up to that doorstep. We'll keep you posted. And, again, thanks for stopping by with Scotty Ray's Weather.